If you need a pause, just scream pause. Sound good?
Pause. I'm kidding.
We've started. And Jubo went up and died.
Yes.
You don't need to move your camera so much.
Yeah,
You
I
okay?
know. I realized that later. Don't worry.
Right. Can we go back to what happened that fight? I want to see what happened.
Also, it's better to do top down.
Because they got over the top of us, and then just I don't know. Go a little bit earlier. Right, when the teams are engaging. Right. So Virginia jumps, but you don't go on the high ground because we don't have a diva. Alright. Can I play? Right. So I don't know where D-Boy was when he died there. But we played really close to them and let the tanks get on top of us. Well, it's just difficult because they have a diva and we don't have a diva, so Virginia's not gonna sit up there on his own and get spammed. Mind you, if we can take the fight on the high ground and our snipers were to position like where the gates are, they could maybe shoot up to the high ground.
Although doing so, it would be a lot harder for your members to engage on the left side because they will be overwhelmed with numbers and you're relying on your snipers to
Hit
get the
shots.
picks from the side.
Yeah. They got a fire.
And they can just play line of sight of your snipers easily.
Sorry, I'm back.
If they're smart enough to do that.
This first fight, dude, I was so confused. I didn't know what the fuck to do because Virginia was up top, then we dropped, but then they dived. Wait, can we go back? I just want to make sure I'm not.
We're all really grouped up and they got dived, so they just pounded us with
No,
their pharaohs. splash
we like
damage.
split in the first part.
No,
Wait, did the
we were all
snipers go
together.
left side as
Which-
well?
Yep.
Virginia
No.
jumps up, and then we kind of follow Archway. We were slightly back, which is fine. But like,
I'm back so I don't get fucked by the pharaoh
Like,
that I know they have.
go like forward another like 2 seconds.
Or just press play.
Like here, we're still grouped, but like we weren't. Where were we going? 'Cause, like I went around to go the left side because I thought we was gonna play the edge because that's obviously my advantage with the push too. They're literally all
Four.
there, and their Far Mercy's on the outside too. Like they're not all technically grouped, but they still have that LOS on us from the Far Mercy. And like I'm underneath, I'm like between the question mark and the box, just like in the middle there, and I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, I understand we're here, but because then I die last. I literally remember I just stood there. I'm like,
Well, obviously you're a brig. You can stay alive.
Yeah, but to be honest, I don't understand your comp. Like, you have a Widow and a Hanzo and a Brig and a Winston. Who's gonna follow the Winston in? Like, you have
There's
two.
not. It's just to make space.
Make space
Yeah,
for the snipers.
but then knowing that they would be able to just kill you instantly, it's kind of just.
The brig gives the Winston armor, and you just play around the fact that he's a survivable character, and you play very passive Winston.
Yeah, you got to play very defensive.
Yeah,
like,
but that's not how you play. You guys didn't play passive.
Yeah, but if you
went
didn't notice,
and
the first we
got
said let's go up point, let's go up high ground, and then I dropped off to be defensive, and obviously they all were there with the speed boost ready, and they fucked us because of it. Because we didn't actually set up our snipers or have time to.
Yeah.
That was a bad call on my fault.
That's the thing. I knew Autumn was gonna play Farah, so you have the Widow to kill the Farah, but we weren't able to make space because our snipers played really close to the rest
maybe
of the
we
team.
should have gone for like,
You should have gone to the right.
and we could have had Virginia. on
Exerth
the-
could have gone from the right side of the door,
Yeah.
and Jewboy could go
Yeah.
from the left, so you have like two different angles on top of the snipers.
we could play like nipple, get Virginia up on nipple for like
Yeah.
presence, and then we could play bottom side and he can drop. That might
Call
not be so
that
bad
nipple?
idea. It's
Yeah,
what
we call
else
that
is it?
nipple.
It's nipple, dude. Look at it.
Don't worry, we call anything that's cylinder
It's a
fucking
nipple,
dildo.
dude. Look at it. How's that?
You know that Li Jung part with the kung fu? It's got the little like cylinder in the middle. Yeah, that's dildo.
It's a
We
nipple.
just missed
dude.
this entire round because we've been talking about that one fight.
All right, let's move
But
on from the nipple.
yeah, that first fight fucked us because we couldn't engage after that, and when we did, we lost somehow.
I literally like from the start of that fight, I was so confused. There was like no call to go anywhere. We'd like jumped
That's
up.
because
made room,
it was our warm up fight, and we fucked it up really badly.
But even so, like we can't use the warm up excuse.
Always take everything with a grain of salt. Never go for the warm up excuse.
It's
Yeah.
not. There's no point. Like I just stood. I did nothing in that fight. I literally stood still, looking at like two people. Like if I go in one way, I die. I go in the other way, I die. Like what do I do? What like? I don't mind the trace from this point. I feel like the trace is good, definitely for scouting and giving us. So I feel like we should run a trace.
Well, that's because Exist couldn't kill the Pharaoh because he had no room.
But then again,
Like, look, they're straight on his back.
They're
Look at them
still
all
picked out there. His
But with the
positioning was
fire,
good.
we kind of need
Yeah.
a widow, don't we?
Or we could just run a Pharaoh of our own. Because you boys are better Pharaoh.
Yeah, but the other teams aren't gonna run the
Yeah,
What they do.
that I guess that's it, really.
It's
Your
we
team
just
got
need to stick
really
to a
split
strat.
here.
Go back and like play that fight again. Like go back about 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, Mercy and Widow just got split so hard there. What the hell?
Like we went
Oh,
right
okay.
and we just kind of got.
Virginia went center.
I mean, Exerst is up in the air. Exerst needs to stop using his grapples so hastily.
Aggressively. He uses them to get somewhere rather than
Like
to
I
get away.
understand what he's doing, but he gets punished for it.
Yeah, like he's trying to get like aggressive trick shot shit where like if good teams will just punish you so hard, the moment they see you use grapple and the tanks have shift ability, they will just get on you immediately.
But look
He
at where the
does it
tanks
a
are. He's gonna
lot.
drop right on them.
And yeah, and he's so far away from his team right now that he's an easy pick. Sure, he's got a Mercy with him, but
He's not going to
Winston
survive.
and Diva
multiple
are just
damage.
gonna fucking shit on him.
I think he can do that, but we have to have like cooldowns.
No,
We
you can't do that.
No,
Well,
He
no,
needs-
he,
he
look,
needs to be a
he
lot
really
better.
shouldn't be doing it. But like, if he's gonna do it, at least track it between cooldowns so we can counter dive.
Yeah.
But he's on the opposite side to us as well.
Look, I'm trying to keep him alive. I'm in a bit of a shit spot there, but I'm trying to keep our tanks alive and also him alive, and he has
Well,
no.
look where I
no
am.
way.
Look at me and Virginia are in that little like archway. What the hell are we gonna do? We can't jump. We're like
You gotta just kill him. Wild it.
I mean, Virginia's already dead at this point.
That
I got to the top of Nipple there because I wanted to be in a spot where I could. But as soon as Exerst dies, the Pharaoh just switches straight to me.
you
So
can't,
maybe I shouldn't have been out there. Maybe I
You
should have
can't
been
be
back
there.
where that Mega is near the road, or around there.
That's just too deep. It's way too deep.
To be fair, I thought all I was going to be doing was damage boosting Exerst so he could take one shot at the Pharaoh, then rotate, and then he didn't. He just.
But like, yeah. But
went
now
for a
you guys
shot.
are in a position where that you can get dived and we can't follow up. Like Virginia's dead. I'm not gonna be able to push through three of them. I'll get insta killed.
thing about Exerst is he's got good aim, but he gets really aggressive when he's hitting shots. Like, because
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe his ego gets.
But
I
like
don't
in a
know.
one tank team,
But-
we can't play past the tank or we get fucked.
Yeah, Jubo was like that too. He's just adapted a little bit better because he knows it's a little bit more obvious to him. Yeah.
It's called discipline, and you need to refine it.
Yeah, well, first team. Needs to work on it.
Yeah, see, he just gets dived immediately.
Where the fuck am I? Oh, I died.
And now you're just gonna take spam damage from Farah.
At this point, did Winston
That's an
get
L.
this? Or were you? Oh, no, you came back from spawn. We should have just ran into
We
the car
should've,
already. We should have killed
Well-
ourselves already at this point. We staggered.
But we win it
Oh,
anyway.
we win this.
but we still win it.
Well, we start because look, they're 2 down and we still lose this fight. Watch it.
No, yeah, you guys still lose this fight.
Yeah, because it's 9-0. Lush, where's D-Boy when he dies there?
Like at
He
this point, we kind of need to be playing around.
Look,
when
he's
putting
there
up-
when he dies. I don't know why he's there.
We're split. We're not calming what we're on. Maybe you don't need to draw. It actually lags this video.
Like with this comp, we need to play slow, right? Because we can't full dive. They have 2 tanks, we have 1. So do we just like is our aim
Loses.
here to play backside a point and like play the LOS?
D-Boy gets fucked because their Pharaoh doesn't die, which means he's more pressure on him to play back or either go for the Pharaoh and try and get close to her or try to, and he can't really hang back because she's pressuring him out.
But like pause it for a sec. But like when we're playing on this point, see how we're like all over the place. What is our actual kind of idea with this 1 tank comp? Because I've never run 1 tank on this besides this.
Play
on the play,
sightlines for your snipers. Like
which
you got
we're
this
not
big
doing.
fucking nipple in the
obviously.
way. All they got to do is play on one side when we're on the other side.
I mean, we can kind of win the extended fight with the 1 tank because we have the Brigitte where they don't, as long as we don't play like retards.
We're going for picks, like, and this is based off DPS, yes. But I'm also like, I'm just trying to keep pressure where I can. Obviously, we didn't run it right, so we should learn how to do this properly.
But would the Orisa be better here?
No.
I mean, like, but I feel like the,
Farah will spam you. No matter where you put your shield, you'll get spammed out and dived.
Also,
after
the high
usability.
ground is such a big advantage on this map.
but
if you
even
can
so,
make
we
use of
don't play the high ground this whole fight. So wouldn't like I don't. That's why I say it. Like I don't feel like the I mean the Winston
If you
character
if
is
you
good.
if you
but, like,
noticed, you're meant to have 4 fights on this map, and we have 2.
because we lose one when we shouldn't.
And then the second one we lose one that we shouldn't, and it was like we staggered ourselves hard. But it's alright. Like we gotta.
I think we got
work on-
better from here, but we just did not play Oasis well at all.
We got comboed hard on University,
Yeah, holy fuck.
like bad.
The thing is, when we started like playing as a team, Oasis was our best map. Like we never lost
Because Farah.
because we could just have Dewboy doing everything, and all we had to do was dive a certain spot, and he would kill everyone. Now we're moving away from that far stuff.
We kind of have to.
Yeah, definitely.
Like they won that because they played it a lot better than us.
We got one, and then we lost them. I wanted to res this, so I did. And we got the Mercy. Diva, automatic.
this fucking fire was so annoying sitting there. It was so awkward.
Yeah, we won that fight because look, we did it right. They came into us and we just sustained.
I've got a good corner there, but it's really hard when we do the other one.
I pushed way too far out so many times this like game. This map.
Yeah, you just got to play with the Orisa at all times, pretty much. Because you can just keep each other alive. You play together like 2 tanks.
Yeah, if I leave him, he dies a lot of the time.
Dewboy
'cause they
tends to
died.
fat finger his double jump. He's like leap a lot, like that.
Yeah,
Like-
he needs to practice it.
Yeah, he fat fingers it a lot because he uses the scroll wheel.
He's got to turn off the CS:GO shit.
Look at where their Messi is. If the Exerce was in a better spot, he could have killed her a lot faster.
He should be playing main as Widow, shouldn't he?
You should just have some kind of angle. Look at him always like constantly.
Or he could
reaching-
just be playing like under that bridge the entire time, like and just pop back down the bottom left corridor.
You're gonna
Give
see him
him-
grapple to the window and he's gonna die instantly.
Just give
Yikes.
him,
Okay.
just give him Widow not feeding tips because he needs that. He dies
A
too
lot.
much. You look at his stats from on like over buff. His deaths are his worst stat. 'Cause he dies all the time.
Everyone
He
needs
uses
Because
everyone
of
needs
his
some work.
positioning, he's always out. Like,
Mm.
Look
be
there,
right here.
and
Look at
then
him, look at
see?
him, look at that.
Yeah,
And
this
then the
is really
monkey
bad right
claw.
now.
Look, I try to save him. And yeah.
You kind of float a bit, Will, I've noticed when
I-
shifting.
Yeah. The main reason I did that was so I could get away from the Diva Bomb, and then I knew I had Valk so I could live. But
Just yeah, but I mean, if you just come to me, like you'd survive still. It's just a mechanic that needs to be worked
I'm
on.
used to not having faith in my tanks.
Grim.
Look at where I am there. Look where I am there. That's
You're
bad.
just- Yeah, that's feed.
Because the Winston's on me, and I try and fly away, but then because I would have either way I would have been in the middle of their team. Because look at their numbers compared to ours.
Go back to the start of this fight, right? Just before I die, because I know I'm out of position main like a fuck ton. I'm pretty sure if I remember this fight correctly. Alright, probably he is fine.
Look, where my
Look, I'm
Valk
with
is.
Virginia at the moment. I push out to go for a charge.
Yeah, look, they're like 2 down.
No, this is
Messi
where I
reses.
overextend, see?
We have double sniper, and no one
He's-
kills that Messi when she's rezzing.
Yeah, I'd buy it there. I got a few hits off for free. But I should have backed off to after 1 or 2.
I get
People
too
not on
intimidated
fire
when the
are
monkey
gay.
jumps.
If I
Well,
hadn't have died, we would have had a lot more pressure on that fight. I need to stop
Oh, fuck.
getting greedy with the left click. I definitely need to play more conservatively.
We should have won that fight. But they res the monkey.
And
And
they
yeah,
also trans.
Because
they
I
use
died.
double support ult. It's
Like
kind of-
if I hadn't died, I would have been out of pressure to Mercy as well.
It's good that we're recording this because then we can go through it. Play again if we have to.
we're in a good spot. We survived the dive. There's Tracer behind us.
Yeah, look at this. This is overextending to the max, dude. I literally
Yeah,
walk
that's-
and die instantly. It's so brain dead.
Yeah,
Like,
look,
if I was
the
still
Diva
alive
chases
here, I
me.
could have kept Virginia alive for a lot longer and protected the bongo. I could have bullied that diva.
Yeah.
Do we lose this?
Wait,
Yeah.
was that Diva in the middle of you? You could have probably killed her. Well, like,
Yeah,
and
she
ignored
shifted,
the...
and I tried to kill her, but then I got booped around, and I couldn't kill her.
Was everyone else focusing the Diva, or were they, like, split off?
Nah, we're all
There was
we're
only
all
two.
split.
I was at the start, but I was doing it by myself like an idiot.
Because it looked like half of you were on Diva and half of you were on the monkey, distracted. Because if you were
With-
all on the Diva, you could take her out and make it immediately,
Yeah, for
kill
sure.
her, and then and be all grouped up.
And then
still.
the Winston ult ends, and boom.
Well, Diva's
Yeah.
more threat to Orisa than Winston is anyway.
And me, because she can just keep tagging me from long range
She
to
was
stop
in
my
the
regen.
back line, yeah, just destroying everything. She was an easy pick.
That Hanzo ult was a bit questionable, but oh, we did. Do we win? What?
We win this fight, yeah.
Oh,
If we lose at this point, I'd like to say we would.
damn.
Yeah, we win. That's right.
We've still got a bit of a problem with target focus.
Yeah,
but
your target's focus is like
we won that fight because we got an initial pick and we snowballed off them.
You won that fight because G-Boy and Amber popped off.
I know it doesn't. It's bad.
But
I
when you
also
pop, when you
noticed,
pop, dude.
um,
you have serious inconsistent issues.
Just pause it if you want to talk about something from that fight. That's fine.
I also noticed that you guys, when you run Hanzo with G-Boy on it, he doesn't really have much, like his ults don't really get much value, but his like shots do. Like probably run a Zarya with him on
Not
Hanzo.
when you're running that comp, right? The dollar sniper, the Hanzo's ults were like, it's
Worthless, almost.
It's got to be worthless because
like
if you run
zoning.
Zarya, what happens when you run Zarya is they use personal and then you dive. Even with the brigade, brigade, you still actually lose.
Honestly, if
Zarya.
Exhaust isn't like like on this map in particular, on these Koth maps in particular, I think he did alright on Ilios, but on these Koth maps in particular, like Oasis in particular, I think there was he just wasn't doing the right things as Widow, and he wasn't getting the picks necessary. So maybe we could put him on like Tracer instead, even.
If they're doing dive, yes, but if they're doing double sniper, we
Yeah,
still
we-
we need to
yeah.
countermeasure them.
Yeah,
And Tracer actually
he's
gets
just be in
fucked
a
by
better
double
spot.
sniper.
Yeah. Well, it's just no point playing Zarya unless with an Orisa. We need to
No,
get him
without
to
Reinhardt.
fit for.
No,
His
Rissa.
Widow's good aim wise. He just needs to fix his positioning and his grapple usage. Because like there are some maps where he didn't really need to rely on that so much, like Junkertown and stuff, where he can just free pop off because it doesn't really matter. He can just sit
At
far
the
back and have the same
start
sight
of,
lines.
The second fight, I remember. Where was Exist? Because Dubois was at the top by himself, and that's when he got picked up.
Let's go back and watch
This
it.
was probably peeking from one of the
Just go
main
back and watch it.
entrances.
What percentage was that? Because we
I don't
won this
remember.
round, so it's probably a bit further on.
It was like after you won the first.
Probably play from like here. 'cause
No,
we're
it was
holding.
after you won the first fight. So after you capped the point.
Oh, so just after we cap?
Yeah,
Earlier?
just after you capped the first point. Time you capped. See, he already got picked. Yeah.
So your boy's up there and he dies.
Yeah. So where was
Because
Exert?
he used his jump there, because he accidentally used his jump.
Yeah, but Exert should be up there with him. The Pharaoh would have just.
I actually can't see him, not gonna lie.
Exactly. Where's Exert?
Is he dead?
No, he's behind. He's
Oh,
coming
he's
up
there.
now.
Oh
Like,
no,
he
no.
should have come
Oh.
up.
He was
ages
playing
ago.
main. That's that time when you go, oh, where are you? And he's like, I'm not playing too far forward. I'm playing main and like in the room with us. Like he was playing like if you pause it.
Look
he
at
was
where he
playing,
is.
like,
Look at
out
where he
much
is.
more.
Ah.
Like where Dubois
Ah.
is now. He was
He
playing
grappled
out
away
there.
from the Winston. Like I kind of understand doing that, but then he does. He like look. He stops, and then he doesn't group up again.
You should have either grappled out and then played main again, so the out for the line of sight on the Pharaoh coming around the back, or you should just.
Yeah, let me know. Like sometimes he asks for the damage boost from me, but that's
But I mean,
I don't know.
can our snipers even play top when our shield's at the back? I mean, they're just gonna get spammed anyway.
Well, Hanzo should be able to jump back. Wibble, then they either got to commit to the fight where our Hanzo is, or they can commit to our Widow, and then our
Oh,
Widow
that grapple, dude.
Dude, that grapple's.
grapple.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I
he.
saw
I
that
don't think he.
grapple and I was
But then
like,
he runs
oh,
away.
God.
Monk S.
He got split off of a team because of that, and he just got
He should have just come
killed
back.
from behind.
And he doesn't notice that Will is healing him, so he can stay.
He could have walked back behind the shield.
He shouldn't need to yell out. Like that should be. That's gotta. We gotta pull down on that.
It's common sense, isn't it? It's a habit. Like.
Because like Will is like pocketing him, and only the Winston was damaging him, and he can out heal that. So he should have walked back in.
If it's just the Winston, that's not a problem. Yeah, not away. Fucking said it. He grappled away. Grapple
I
2 team. Make them come to our fucking brig. The diva feeds her. But we don't kill her. Somehow.
I don't know your voices yet.
It's alright.
Yeah, get a foot. Oh yeah, I say McCree and then I realized that fist instead of the Farah.
Doomfist, like still McCree on that point with dive. Even if there's Doomfist, like what's he gonna do? Unless he can like one shot them consistently, there is literally no point going McCree.
Yeah. I get why.
You can literally like. This is gonna sound dumb, but you can literally use it to get into the point. And shit like that. It's,
Use what?
so just like
Dragon.
yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can use the dragon to zone, of course.
Mm.
No one's gonna walk into it.
Especially because they rely on close range damage.
Boy. I'm not gonna like this one bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bad. I don't even know how you died there. Oh yeah, because I had no shield, and then they just spammed.
I didn't know where to put my camera here. I'm sorry.
I mean,
Yeah.
just so that you can get the point and whoever's engaging from the other side. Like in this situation, you want to probably be
On
the
your
other
side,
side,
yeah, that's
on
what I
their
was thinking.
on their spawn side, and then you can see the point and the entrance, and then you rotate when the fight's lost in the other. Like I exist double bubbles there, so we kind of have
He
to sit
double
there
bubbles a lot.
but to get energy because he's not played Zarya in a team before. You were in front of the Reinhardt there, Nathan. I die because the hunters.
Maybe we should have played high ground sometime during this game.
Hmm,
We just kept getting fucked going left.
you mean main?
Well, yeah, left to main. Or like we went right once, I think, but we still got fucked. If I remember correctly, we went right once. Or the right side to main. But I mean, putting our Hanzo on the high ground would have been pretty advantageous for us. So it might have been not a bad idea.
Not once did he go high ground though. The other Hanzo was always there.
Maybe we should have positioned that way to bully their Hanzo out of high ground. Like he's there already. Like no, Anna's there. Us going, yeah, Anna and Hanzo are both high ground. If we'd pushed right side and high ground, it may have been pretty good for us. There's no way their tanks would have
We
been able to
never
rotate.
know that though.
Yeah, true. But like, it's good to know. Like watching them play, this is good to see because a lot of players will play the same way, instinctively. So if like we can learn to play around the way they play, we can go into it better off.
Look, we lose our Zarya. We lose people early there, so we.
Especially if they do it like multiple fights in a row. Like their Hanzo just sat top, and we said that, but we never went right to top. So that's
Look,
that's our mistake.
Right, are you ready to hear it?
Look at that, they're both top. Like that Hanzo's gonna immediately go top again.
The Reinhardt's gonna get a shadow. But yeah, I say it.
Well, we have the trance, so we live. Duboy gets pinned though. I res Duboy, so we're even. I'm Valken. He kills him. That's better because we went into them without getting picked.
This is where Dubois should have gone top. He should have controlled the high ground.
We talk about it, don't we?
When you lose, you do, yeah.
Because their Hanzo's right, and he.
What happens this fight?
Will
They got
gets-
no ults.
Will gets clocked by one arrow, but doesn't die, but he loses.
We talk about
armor.
it in the good times. Like you're meant to talk about like shit after the game. In the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I go for the shadow anyway. Look, and Juba just backed away from a Hanzo that just
Yeah, he backs away and just ignores him kind of thing.
And then look, Hanzo can free spam us. Like I try to get the res off, and he just.
sadly, even if I shielded there, I would have died because he's nano Reinhardt and we only had a mercy.
Fucking hell.
I blocked first, but
Yeah, and then they have the ults.
Tragic.
Because they had no ults at the start of the fight, and they built them because they took the advantage.
We needed our hands on high grounds in those fights, but we made a lot of mistakes as well. So you
Well,
can't
they
put it
did
on that.
too, so like we gotta,
I definitely feel like maybe even just bullying their Ana off high ground would have given us a better off chance to win the next fight.
Well, like
Anna sat there